At C-Suite, we would like to automate as much of the work as possible so that we can spend time thinking about what we're doing and thinking about the data and the data science results. You'll see that Pfizer has been selected as my focus company from the last video, and that a notebook with 3 analytical pages have been created. So let's start with the first analysis, and that is applying traditional comps table, where it's now being loaded up. You can see that there are 5 charts which is showing total revenue, growth, gross profit margin, market cap, and this is C-suite valuation, which I'll spend time in another video talking about, and total revenues, size of the company. Going further down, you'll see the list of all the companies. I think looks like there are about 25, 30 of them that C-Suite has used its AI to read the business description of Pfizer and compare it to every other business description of all 50,000 companies at one go, and then to compare them for similarity, then compare them to whether they're the same industry, same SIC code, and same country, and also within a revenue range of about 20%, if possible, of Pfizer. That's the algorithm, which is a combination of natural language processing AI and Boolean parameters and ranges to get you this list. You'll see that our standard table has about 21 of fairly standard metrics that should give you a very quick overview of each of these companies. They include revenue, margins, profitability, efficiency, valuation, of course, leverage, and risk. You can customize any of these columns very easily, and there's another video to show you how that can be done by setting up some templates with the metrics that you want. You can have one, you can have 20, 30 of them. Make them standard ones, call on it, and immediately these tables will reform to the template that you've created. Now, of course, you may agree or disagree with this selection from C-Suite. So we've made it very easy for you to edit them. Just scroll to the very top, which you can do by just pressing this blue button here, which always takes you to the top of the page. Open up the task menu. So over here, there are 15 tasks that you can do in this particular page, and this will change from page to page. We're looking for the ability to add and remove companies. You'll see that there's an eye here with info. Sometimes there's also a video. I don't have a video shot for this yet, which I'm shooting right now with you. So anytime you see an eye in C-Suite, it means there's some information about the task, some information about the company that's relevant. So click on that, and here it tells you exactly what to do to remove or add companies. Press on the task button, and you'll see 2 things happen. Firstly, if you're missing any companies that you want to add, this is the same search for company function that we had before. Clear settings, and just type in any company that you have. I'm not going to add one. I'll just demonstrate the removal one instead. So if you find, after you search and you find the company that is missing, just press Add Company, and C-Suite will add that to your list, and it will regather all the data, right? So this selection of company exercise we did at the very beginning. Over here, you'll see, firstly, if you don't know any of these companies, and I don't know many of them, you can just press the blue eye, and immediately you'll see a description of the company, where it's located, industry, SIC code, business description. All right. Let's just say this company for me is a little bit small. It's only $3.24 billion compared to Pfizer in terms of enterprise value. And very small in terms of market cap. By the way, you notice that whenever you arrow over a number, firstly, all the numbers are in US dollars because we had selected to display numbers in the focus company's currency. For Pfizer, it's US dollars, so everything is in US dollars so that you can compare them. But if you go to Merck, for example, you'll see that Merck's numbers are in euro because Merck is listed in Germany and it trades in euros instead of US dollars. So you always have the display in the currency of your choice, but you always have a tooltip that will show the currency of the original company's currency, right? That's for all the numbers. Going back to this company here, let's say we want to remove them. I think it was Amneal, yes. It's a small company. We want to remove them. Just press the minus button. You'll be asked to confirm this removal. Confirm that. So the company is removed from the list. Let's end this task of editing. This confirms that the data is being regenerated. So now, going back down to the list here, you'll see that Amneal, has been removed. It's no longer on this list. All the data has been recompiled. The summary statistics here with the minimum, median, average, maximum, and the standard deviation would have been recomputed. I would suggest that you press the refresh data because that's a day late to get the freshest data possible so that there's no relic data remaining. Now every time you come to this page, a lot of data is compiled and it takes a bit of time to load. So we tend to store that data separately so that the next time someone comes here, especially after you publish it to your end clients, this page will load as soon as possible. You'll always see when the screen is using save data, you always see this floating button to offer to refresh the data for you, and it will also give you the date that it was saved, right? So coming to the charts, these charts are interactive. Your focus company is always in red in any of our charts, here and in other pages. We always try to provide you with median. So this is the median of this set of comparable companies for every year since the year 1999, right, to today. So we use a 20-year time series for each of these charts. You can press this show all companies button and you see all the companies show up. It's a mess, so it's very hard to interpret this. So we generally open these charts with only the bare minimum for the company and the median of the group. You can then click on individual companies here to add them on to make them interactive. So I'm now added Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca to this. So these are all very interactive. If you come, one other feature, you can zoom in on any range of years. So I'm going to zoom in from 2014 to 2018. You'll see that the page now, the chart is now reformed to 2014 to 2018 for you to zoom in on a very particular period that you're interested. Finally, this is interactive because if you come here and click on the chart icon, what will happen is that the main chart will then reform and you'll see price earnings ratio, which is what I clicked, being now mapped here. So you can interactively look at anything that is in your table, click on the chart icon and send that to the main chart for closer study, for, for example, zooming in on a period to look at the enterprise value, how it formed in a particular period. This is always available to you as an editor of the page. You can actually make this interactive feature disappear if you want to deliver a very focused message to your end users, so that they won't be able to interact or change it. It will just show exactly the chart you want to show and nothing else. So that's in the editor page that you can set this. Now, I would encourage you to open the editor, which is usually done by just clicking this open and exploring what you can do. The most important things, besides choosing the companies, would be, let me look for editing the text. Right? Editing the text. There are 4 areas that you can edit the text on: the title, a key message right below the title, a main message body, which is below the chart, and a conclusion, which is a box conclusion at the bottom of the page. Over here, on this particular page, we've not written too much about it because it really is open for you to edit that. But if you press edit text, you'll be offered to customize these text boxes. So if you click on edit the key message over here, the only thing that has been written is that Pfizer is being benchmarked against the auto benchmark list. You're welcome to change the text here. You are also welcome to add more text and then ask C-Suite Assistant, which is powered by ChatGPT, to write the text for you. There's another video on how to do that. I won't do it here. After you've changed the text, you can just press to save the custom text of the page, and that will then become the key message of this page, right? And the same applies to the title, the main text, and the conclusion. One word of caution is that any customized text by you is not going to change with the data. So if you want not to worry about the sentences complying with the data, don't create custom text. Just rely on the auto text that C-Suite creates for you for each of these pages. Another thing you can do here is manage the UI UX. This is to manage the UI UX of your end. This menu item here allows you to control the settings that your end user is allowed to play with. So you are able to control the UI UX experience of your users. You can click on info here, where we give you some suggestions on how to make a message more focused or how to make it more exploratory. Press on the button. In this particular page, there are two things you can do. You can hide the comps table altogether and just show the charts if you want it to be just a graphics page without the numbers. So it allows you a different way of mixing up the page. The other thing is to whether you allow the user to change the main chart. Right now, the user is allowed to select the different charts, different metrics, and have that displayed on the main chart. So it is interactive, but you can make it focused and freeze that chart by just clicking it here. So that settings has been saved. In editor mode, you'll still be able to see the chart options, but if you switch it to hide the editor, you'll be able to see what your end user will experience. You can see that the chart icon has disappeared. He can't do anything about changing this particular chart.